Hey y'all, we are back with another dense update. This update is sponsored by Biomax Peptides. Here we go. Over the holiday week, the World Fitness Circus released all of their workouts for the finals in Copenhagen, but they did it on Thanksgiving morning. Why would you do that? And I know what you're going to say. Oh, well, there's athletes from Europe and they don't celebrate Thanksgiving there. Only Americans celebrate Thanksgiving. Okay. Look at your 40-side athletes. How many of them are American? Come on, guys. And of course, a lot of people had some thoughts about this.
And even potentially everything that's going on tomorrow are going to see a drastic decrease in American viewership due to the holiday. They're not sitting on their devices. They're not going to be digesting the content.
I go to the comment section, of course, of this video after watching it, and Mr. Argue Anything just for the sake of arguing and sticking up for the WFP, Patrick Clark, chimed in to let Hiller know that his Thanksgiving Day take was a bad take. A major holiday in the United States, when CrossFit is predominantly North American athletes, you don't release your final events workouts on that day. You just don't. It's one thing after another with them. I mean, come on, guys. It's really embarrassing. They just can't get anything right. It's the most embarrassing thing in the fitness space right now, right behind the IF3 Masters Championship debacle.
I had this sent to me at least a dozen times in the past 24 hours. It's a blue screen from the International Functional Fitness Federation, the IF3.
But I know it was a bad deal. It was like one bad thing after another.
It made NorCal look like Wilson.
Now, they released all these workouts on Instagram, and then they had a new episode of The Pulse on YouTube. But then they quickly deleted it when the Barbell Spin called them out because 6 of the 9 events released had different graphics from Instagram versus what was shown on YouTube. Also, why is Will doing podcasts in his freaking car? You are the director of sport. You don't have a home office? You don't have it anywhere in your house where you could set your phone up and do this? You had to do it in your car? I know a lot of stuff that they keep is on a Google Drive. So you don't just save one file for your World Fitness Finals workouts and everybody works off that one file. Pro Event 2 had 3 different graphics. One on Instagram the first time they released that particular workout. Then a separate graphic when they released all the workouts together on Instagram, and then another graphic for the YouTube video. They have 0 checks and balances going on in a professional fitness league. They can't even argue it was the challenger weights because they don't even have the challenger division at the finals. Now, they have been listening to some critiques because I did notice that they're putting the men's weight first again. You had Pro Workout 4 showing an 8-minute time cap and then an 11-minute time cap in another graphic. You had Pro Workout 6 showing a 36-meter run buy-in and then showing an 18-meter run buy-in. You had Pro 7 on IG showing these weights and then on YouTube showing these weights. Pro 8, the 2014 8. Good Lord.
Right over here, event number 8 of the final. You couldn't make it any more obvious that you're trying to not be CrossFit while also being CrossFit. What is 2014-8? We all know what it is. It's one less than 21-15-9. It makes you look entirely ridiculous. Gay!
And then Pro IG9 showing a 10-minute cap and then on YouTube showing an 11-minute cap. It was just one mistake after another. How do you mess things up that bad? How? I could understand one slide here or there, a typo here or there, but 9 slides and 6 of the 9 aren't the same. Not to mention, look at all these workouts perfectly programmed for Will Morad.
And if you, this is why I say it's the Will Morad games, because what is he generally good at? He is probably the best handstand push-upper on the planet. So we don't see a lot of that.
And to make matters worse, you have pro card athletes commenting on your posts. Roman Krennikov, for instance, saying, Roman, what did you say? Now I understand why everyone refused to compete. Oh boy, that's not good. After deleting the YouTube video, they did re-release it Saturday morning, 3 days later, with the correct graphics. So they were able to get that fixed. They may as well put Barbell Spin on the payroll because he's practically doing everyone's job there for them. Another thing I noticed is they don't have their YouTube notifications turned on. They're currently disabled. How do you want anyone to follow what's going on if your notifications are disabled? After Will Morad went over all of the workouts, you have Annie and Katrin come on so they can talk about all of the workouts. And of course, they instantly give these fake responses. Oh, I love them. They look so much fun. They agree with the community sentiment that the first 200 points are going to go to the best swimmer in the field, that the machines in 1B don't even freaking matter. It's just who's the best swimmer and who's going to be able to do best on the swim after doing the machines. Well, on top of that, we were expecting more withdrawals. Barbell Spin also posted that another withdrawal was coming. However, no email was sent for almost 3 days. And the reason for that is because they were having trouble finding a backfill. Alexis Raptis pulled out. She was ranked 12 going into the finals. So then they offer Kyra Milligan her spot. And Kyra Milligan of the Proven Camp turns it down. So then they gave it to a United Grid League athlete. And then on Sunday night, Barbell Spin posts yet again, another one is coming. I did comment on there that it'll probably be another 3 days before Patrick Clark gets the release out. And then now your latest to withdraw from World Fitness Finals, Danielle Brandon. I actually didn't see this one coming. I wonder if she's going to remove World Fitness Project from her Instagram bio and put CrossFit back in now. I mean, basically, you guys, this is just a list of who's not doing World Fitness Project next year. But now I'm thinking, okay, they have all of the workouts released. If only a couple of the workouts look favorable to you and you've already fulfilled your contract obligations, why would you go at this point? There's 3 weeks left until the finals. I don't think this is going to be the last one. This is just such a bad look for them. Many of these athletes were ranked high enough to pretty much be guaranteed a pro card for the next year's season. All they had to do was show up healthy and work out. Not one of those 14 athletes are going to come back and be like, oh, you know what? I missed out.
Yeah, I mean, you ask the athletes what they want. The athletes want to not compete as often as possible.
They want to do as little work as possible and make the most amount of money.
And what do the sponsors think about that? Because if you remember last week, I mentioned that I had a credible source tell me that Adidas and Red Bull finally did put up some money for World Fitness Project next season. But now that they see all of these major signed athletes pulling out and likely not doing next year's season, are they going to want to still put up that kind of money? I think they don't have a choice at this point, but to try to just make next year's season work. But I think after that, they may pivot, they may restructure, they may change the format for next year since they technically haven't announced anything yet. But after that, I think they're done. Now, on Thanksgiving Eve, Barbell Spin had their regular Wednesday show, and they had a new Games Mountain.
Yeah, Austin drops, Ariel drops. Everything that we see in like a Lucy Campbell, Ariel is like the opposite mindset wise. I just feel like Ariel approaches workouts very cautiously, and rarely have I, like, at least this last year, I haven't seen her just go out hot on a work. Like, I'm winning this, nobody else is.
I like how they have Tia just up in the sun shining. But they can't put her on top because right now we don't know if she's going to be competing next year. I think she was pregnant early July, which puts her at an April due date, which puts her at likely not doing the CrossFit Games. But at the same time, she is Tia. You can never really count her out. Jason Hopper put out part 2 of his gym renovation. He's calling it the Hop Shop.
I hope you enjoyed this episode 2 of the entire renovation of the Hop Shop,
which I think is pretty clever. The interior has been painted. The floors have been laid. Now it's just a matter of putting all of the equipment together. I did see on Instagram he's been working out in there, but not all of the equipment is assembled and put up yet. So I presume we will see a part 3 soon for that. Talking Elite Fitness also had a new podcast this past week, and they talked about the rumored new buyers of CrossFit.
I reached out to Wade Diebner. He's here in the Bay Area. I reached out to him. He agreed to talk to me, sent me his phone number. And we had a 90-minute conversation last Friday.
Off the record.
That was totally off the record.
Off the record, but he's talking about it on the show. Okay.
He and Mastrov are legit. They are interested, and they do believe, and I want to stress, believe that they are in an exclusivity window, because I'm saying that because I'm getting other things from other people.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? We've had many people thinking they were the lead buyers. And Sean even admits that he also talked to another group who still believes they're in the running for buying CrossFit.
Beyond that, that's really all I can say about that conversation. But
someone's lying. It's either these so-called buyers, or it's Berkshire, or it's Moelis. Berkshire wants their money back on their investment, plus some. That's what PE companies do. Moelis, they're in this for the commission. But either way, I still don't think that Planet Fitness or Crunch Fitness or whatever these people came from, I don't think that's the way to go. To me, that's the same as another private equity buying it. But like we've been doing all year long, we just got to sit back and wait. Now, Kill Taylor was on Saturday, and prize money was up to $5,000.
Okay, we're not ready to start the show, so let me tell you some other shit. Black Friday deals. Paper Street Coffee. The prize, like I said, is $5,000. Thank you, Paper Street Coffee.
However, Taylor did not do the workout for reasons that are undisclosed at this time.
Hey, everyone in the comments, Taylor's not doing the workout today. So stop saying that we're fucking up by having these people go first.
Yeah, you're going to go, and then we don't know when Taylor's going to go. But if you beat his time, you get $5,000. Taylor had some very important stuff come up last minute this morning. He will be doing the workout.
But even with Taylor not doing the workout first, James Sprague called in.
Oh, boy. The fittest man on earth, 2024.
Just looked like a good one. Last time I did snatch and pegboard, I got Taylor, so I figured my odds were good. If I beat him once, I could beat him again.
Now, James has set the time to beat, and hopefully soon Taylor will be able to take on the workout, and we'll see what happens. Stay tuned for that. And for those of you that did celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a wonderful holiday week with your family. I know I did. I got to celebrate my 45th birthday this past week. My daughter came home from college and hung out with me.
And we're running a mile to warm up and then do CrossFit. So happy Saturday.
No matter what you got going on in your life, it's nice to have that time to just disconnect from everything and just hang out with your loved ones, enjoy that quality time. I would imagine that a lot of these pro athletes are wanting to do the same with their families over the holidays instead of traveling to Copenhagen 3 days before Christmas to compete in what is likely going to be another circus show.
That dense bitch